Autoline Daily is brought to you by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Here are today's top headlines. Toyota and NHTSA could find themselves in hot water. A leading economic indicator shows a nice upswing, and a new kind of drivetrain seal could save a lot of fuel. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Friday, February 12, 2010, and now the news. Now Toyota is being accused of hiring former employees of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration who convinced NHTSA to stop investigating reports of Toyota unintended acceleration. Bloomberg reports that while all automakers hire lobbyists to represent their views in Washington, D.C., it appears that Toyota is the only one which hired former NHTSA employees to lobby NHTSA. It quotes former NHTSA Administrator Joan Claybrook of saying, "Toyota was bamboozled by NHTSA, or NHTSA was bamboozled by itself." Bloomberg also quotes a former NHTSA lawyer who says former employees are not supposed to deal with the agency on matters they handled while at the agency. And it gets worse. State Farm Insurance claims it warned NHTSA about troubles with Toyota vehicles nearly 3 years ago. According to Reuters, State Farm noticed a trend of claims involving vehicle-related problems with Toyotas and warned NHTSA in late 2007. A spokesman for the insurance company said that the models recalled recently by Toyota were consistent with the ones it had received complaints about. Sales of heavy trucks are a leading indicator of where the economy is going and in a sign that the economy may finally be picking up speed. Wards reports that sales of medium and heavy-duty trucks finished in positive territory last month. This is the first year-over-year increase since December 2006. Total big truck deliveries numbered just shy of 16,000, a 10.6% increase. The only segment to see sales decline was Class 4. Everything else was up. The Fiat 500 will be in U.S. showrooms by the end of this year. Ralph Gilles, the CEO of Dodge and head of Chrysler Design, confirmed in Twitter postings that it will be on sale by the end of the year. He also tweeted that the 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee will be on sale within the next 3 months. And the Detroit News reports that Chrysler and Fiat have signed a $3.3 billion joint venture with Russian automaker Solars to build cars and sport utility vehicles. The 50-50 partnership will be supported by a $1.6 billion loan from the Russian government. The plan is to produce 9 different models, up to 500,000 vehicles a year, by 2016. The lineup would consist of compact and mid-size cars as well as SUVs, including some Chrysler models. As many as 6 of those vehicles could be built on a new global platform under development by Fiat. The supplier company, Freudenberg NOK, announced yesterday that it's come out with a new type of engine and driveline seals that greatly reduce friction. This test shows a conventional crankshaft seal on the left and the new one on the right, what they call the energy saving seal. To compare the two, they've been sped up, then allowed to coast to a stop, but the new design just keeps on coasting. Freudenberg NOK says the new seal has 60 to 70% less friction. And it says if a heavy-duty semi-truck used these seals throughout, it would save about $1,000 in diesel fuel in 3 years' time. Hey, what's it cost an automaker to make a TV ad for the Super Bowl? We'll be back to talk about that right after this. For some people, watching the ads in the Super Bowl are as important as the game itself. On this week's Autoline Detroit, we dissect all the automotive ads that ran in last week's game. I start out asking Gary Topolewski, a creative agency director who did a Super Bowl ad for Jeep a couple of years back, if automakers really get their money's worth out of these ads, and I ask him, what's it cost to make these ads? Hyundai had 3 ads in the game. I think they had another 2 in the pregame show.
Right.
That's a lot of ads. Is it worth a company sort of saturating the Super Bowl, as it were?
I think for a company like them, and they're up and coming, I think that they get their name out there. You know, they've been kind of like hidden for a long time, and I think now they are becoming more confident. I think they're getting their name out there. The idea of Sonata, you know, and how they used it, very simple way of getting that name out there to communicate that. And I think there is a confidence there. So for them in particular, it might not be right for other car companies at this point, but for them, I think they're just hitting their stride, and I think it was worthwhile for them.
What's it cost to do a Super Bowl ad? I mean, I know you got to pay the network to air it, but you know, just making an ad, what does something like that cost?
It does range, John, you know, incredibly, depending on what kind of special effects and things of that nature. And of course, then there's superstars, like I'm sure they paid Brett Favre, you know, quite
a handsome sum. Yes.
So you know, but in a typical spot with production, you're talking about maybe, you know, $300,000 to $500,000 just to, you know, get the cameras rolling and things of that nature, and then add anything else on top of that. So, you know, it approaches.
A couple of $1 million maybe for an ad?
You know, I mean, that's in today's world, yeah, that's probably not unexpected. Yeah.
You can watch that entire interview on our website, Autoline Detroit, later today. It also includes David Kiley from Icon Creative and Gene Halliday, a journalist who covers automotive advertising. Okay, it's Friday. You know what that means. It's time to answer this week's trivia question. We asked you to identify all of the vehicles that are shown in the opening credits of Autoline Daily. And the correct answer is, it's the Pontiac G6, the Tata Nano, Ford Flex, Hyundai Genesis Coupe, and the Chevy Volt. Not a lot of you figured that all out, but the winner is Pedro Craig from El Mirage, Arizona. Congratulations, Pedro, and I hope that is the way that you spell your name. You've just won a computer mouse that's a model of the Fiat 500. And that is it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.